Hello, this is week 5, and our topic this week is developmentally appropriate expectations. You know, a lot of times when children act out and don't behave in ways that are really positive in the classroom, it's because the teacher does not have developmentally appropriate expectations. You have got to know who you're working with in order to plan a positive classroom environment. So I'm just going to go over a few of the highlights of chapter 3 in our textbook. At the beginning, they talk about what to expect. These are nuggets, absolute nuggets. You've got to know these behaviors that come with the various ages. But I wanted you to look at perception. Perception is everything for a young child. If they see it, they believe it. And one of the big things that children see is that all behavior is purposeful. So if someone happens to run into them and bump them and knock them over, their perception tells them it was on purpose. He did it on purpose, knocked me down. They can't conceive of the fact that this could have been an accident. So bear that in mind when children accuse others of things, that perception tells them everything was done on purpose, even though it could be very well be an accident. The other thing I want to point out is memory. Their memory is extremely short. And I know sometimes you're saying to yourself, I told him that 1,000,000 times. Why does he not remember? He can't. His memory, his short-term memory is so limited that they can't remember. So all you have to do is just, if you have certain rules, share them every day. Just go over them very briefly. That way it will stir up their memory and eventually it'll go into long-term. But while it's in short-term memory, it's going to be gone pretty quickly. Bear in mind that children in the early childhood age group are often pre-operational thinkers. They are very egocentric. The world still revolves right around them. That's normal. It's not that they're little egomaniacs. They're just developing. And it takes some time to decenter and think of others. Children in this age group are still developing self-control. This is not something that happens automatically. It happens with practice and lots of guidance. Your guidance here is absolutely necessary. Let's go back here and then pro-social behavior, what to expect. Well, they are working on making friends. They are working on learning how to share. It is up to you, the early childhood teacher, to teach them how to share, to talk them through situations where two children might want the same toy. Perhaps if you don't want to go through that all the time, have several similar toys available for children in a center so that you don't have to have those discussions all the time. It takes children time to learn how to help others. It takes time to learn how to be empathetic. These are all skills that are learned in the classroom or at home, hopefully both. And so this is an important part of your job when you're teaching in an early childhood classroom. And then the chapter goes on and gives some wonderful ideas on how you can facilitate that. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here for a minute and show you what the week 5 notes look like. There's a really good article in there, Developing Young Children's Self-Regulation, gives you a great many ideas for how to work with young kids and help them to learn these skills. And just a few little things I wanted to throw in. This website here is fantastic because it has a ton of free materials that you can download. It has downloadable books, has videos. It's great. Lots and lots of social, emotional resources for you. So check it out, see what you can find that you can use on that website. Now let's look at what you're going to be working on this week. You're going to be working on the Maya Decides analysis. Maya Decides comes from a little vignette on page 57. It's the first page of chapter 3. It's the preschool vignette. And Maya is having a really hard time deciding if she should sneak some fruit or not. That self-control is a tough issue. Okay, you're going to look at that. And based on this chapter, explain which aspects of self-control the teacher was working on. If you want to know the specific aspects of self-control, they're on page 65 and 66. So you look at that. Explain which ones of those the teacher is really trying to have the kids learn, practice. And then explain how the teacher's limit setting, and she did set some limits in the vignette, could possibly help the children develop this self-control. Because again, she's teaching them how to have self-control. She doesn't expect it to happen automatically. Look closely at how she did that. If you have any examples from your own life as to how to teach children to develop self-control, there's nothing wrong with throwing that in. Over and above is always appreciated. I love examples and details. If you have any questions about anything we talked about or the assignment or anything else, please don't hesitate to contact me by email and we'll set up a Zoom visit. Have a wonderful week. Bye.